U7Buy gives you the fastest and safest ways to upgrade your squad, with so many positive reviews showing its great credibility, along with 24/7 online customer support. And at this moment, U7Buy is running a 5 million free coin daily flash draw. Click the link below to enter and use my code CV3 on U7Buy for 8% off. Link is in the description. We had a very big issue. The striker position was vacant and we needed somebody to fill it. And so it has now been filled by Hurst and Havertz. And today we're going to be testing it and finding out which card is better between the two in the striker position. Which card should you pick up? As this will be a 2-in-1, a player comparison and a player review to see if these cards are wondrous, mid, or doo-doo. And I'll be letting you know all that by the end of this video. But why should you listen to me? Well, I'm a top 7% elite division player, so I believe I can use my ability and knowledge of the game to help guide you to use the best cards to help get you more wins in FC 26. Well, we're going to start off with the stuff that are not as important for a striker, but then we'll get into the very important things that you make sure you don't miss out on, because if you don't hear what I'm going to say, you might just buy the card and he absolutely sells you, or you might not know the best ways to actually make this card perform the best for you. So I'll tell you all of that. But first, let's just talk about the physicality with Hurst. So with Hurst, he's got the jumping ability. He can fly like an eagle, 94 jumping. And he also has the playstyle too that allows you to fly up in the air and leave your opponent there and dunk on them, you get me? But the heading is not too important in this game because you can't always win aerial duels and the heading accuracy can be very off. So it's not nothing special, but he's capable at least. Now his strength is not the strongest. He only has 83 strength. So if you have Antonio Runiga or Van Dijk coming in with super speed, they will body him off the pilota because he's not aggressive either. But I had moments in time where I did hold L2 and he had a few seconds to hold off the defender, surprisingly. Not bad physicality. Now let's talk about the physicalities for Havertz. Now with this guy right here, he will give you the decent ability to be able to hold off the defense because he has the enforcer playstyle. It really allows you to shield the pilota pretty decent, but he's not the strongest because he only has like 85 strength, so he's not like Romelu Lukaku where he can literally block out like the great Kali or something like that, you get me? Very, very strong, but not Havertz. He can do it for a few seconds maybe before the defense bodies him or gets around him. Now this guy's supposed to be an aerial threat, but since he doesn't have the aerial fortress, he might still be able to jump and contest players, but it's not going to be super consistent. Now I didn't do a lot of crosses with this guy to really know, but for the most part that's how it works. Now the passing ability is where you would think 80 passing at this stage of the game. Let me tell you something, it don't matter now. It don't matter simply because he has tiki-taka Barcelona, tiki-taka, regular. So he can pass the ball first time with pure accuracy. This game is playstyle FC. Now he doesn't have incisive, but if you have a good enough space to send in a through ball, it's good enough. But he's not going to send you complete dimes with the incisive, which is the complete meta of the game. Incisive is nice to have on your strike, but you don't need it. But what about the passing ability for Havertz? Now the passing ability for Havertz, I'm gonna say this, man. It is very nice to have that tiki-taka, man. That base tiki-taka is so crucial, and Havertz does not possess that ability. So there were times where I'm like, pass that with pure accuracy, and he's sending it to Narnia. I'm like, what are you doing? What kind of pass is that? But then when he would do the incisive through balls, it was pretty good. But there were times where it was also garbage because when I want to do it first time, it was doo-doo with a name on it. I couldn't believe it. So overall, I didn't really like Havertz's passing ability. Now he can obviously do like a short pass regularly, but fast, quick football, if you play that way, Havertz may not be that guy for you. Now what about the defensive capabilities? You see, this guy is a pure striker. He's a 9, to be honest. I don't give a damn about no damn defense. He's a striker. Now what about his defensive capabilities? Now he can play CM and cam, and you will want him to have a decent amount of defensive abilities, but his stats overall are pretty crap to be a centre mid, and for a cam it's almost at the right level to be a cam, but he's a striker. So that's that for defense since we're playing him as a striker. Let's get on to the dribbling ability. Now can this guy do a little bit of that twist and turn? For me, using this card, I found with the 94 reactions, even though his balance and agile is only 86, he didn't feel too stiff on the ball. It was actually pretty responsive because of them high reactions in this game. Now there will be moments where you get fully pressed and you might have a moment in time where you're like, well, hold up, is this Rio Ferdinand dribbling or a damn doo-doo centre back that can't dribble? At a moment, but then it can go back to all of a sudden, is this Messi? Okay, not Messi, but almost in a great dribbler aspect, you get? So I don't say his dribbling is horrible. Now what about the dribbling ability for Havertz? Now listen, man, I believe that he was going to be able to do a little bit of that twist and turn, but I was using this guy and he felt like a biggity that we know of the FCs of generations, man. Cannot twist and turn very smoothly. It felt sluggish at moments, even with the controlled acceleration type. The defense was able to collapse and tackle him easily at moments. I couldn't wiggle through the small spaces to get those passes. It was quite annoying to use Havertz in the attack, especially when I was going against actual comp. I felt when I used other players in that position, they were more dominant than Havertz when it came to the dribble. He has 90 reactions, which is nice, but that 84 agile and 85 balance comes into play. You notice he's not that agile, which makes the dribbling feel worse. Now what about about the pace? Now, quick step in this game, if you remember how quick step works in FC25, you can kind of use that with this guy because he has quick step plus. So you can hold L1 for a little bit, side to side, and then boost forward, because the quick step plus sometimes looks broken and sometimes it looks terrible. You have to get the right timing, and it can be very nice for Hurst. But then after a while, the defender might be able to catch up, but it didn't happen too often for me. So I say his pace is pretty good. Now, what about the pace? Now, Havertz has quick step, but no rapido. So he can burst into speed pretty quickly, but then over time, the defense may be able to catch up to him. And I found in moments that I didn't see him being super fast. But overall, his pace isn't garbage, but it's not the crazy. But this is him all being used as a controlled volley type. Now, if you use him lengthy, I don't really like lengthy in this game. They feel sluggish, but if you use him as lengthy, he may be faster when it's time to get in behind. To make him lengthy, you would either have to give him an anchor playstyle, architect, backbone, hawk, marksman, sentinel, and sniper. You get, but this is very important for a strike. The shooting and clinicality ability, the finesse like Messi, the trivela like I'm watching that telenovela, the driven lows, all of that. It is what you need for a strike. And I'm here to tell you right now, I absolutely care. You get me? This guy's got 90 launch shots, 95 shot power, which is so crucial for goal scoring in this game. And his accuracy was pinpoint top tier. I thought that this guy was an archer, just pinpoint accuracy. It's ridiculous. When I hit the finesse like Messi outside the backs, even though he doesn't have finesse plus, it felt like top bin. Driven lows, keeper was having very issues because he has driven low plus. Now, he doesn't have the trivela playstyle, so you won't really be able to hit the trivela like I'm watching the telenovela, but it is what it is. I found it's one of the top goal scoring finishing abilities I've used so far in this game. 93 shooting. The shooting and clinicality ability. Now, this Havertz has the driven low, and you know we're on. Go, chip cheeky like Messi playstyle, along with the trivela like I'm watching the telenovela, but no finesse. I was shocked. To be a striker and not have a finesse playstyle is ridiculous. On top of that, in the centre mid position, you don't need it as much, but he's mainly a striker. And I have to say this, that this Havertz card, this card really mimics so what I believe he plays like for Arsenal. Doesn't score too many goals, but in the right position, he may be able to score, and also he may be able to get a good assist. But if you want a dominant goal scoring striker, I'm not sure Havertz is the guy for you, at least for me. So the best ways to use this card, to be honest, if you want to be very clinical, because he has 5-star weak foot, either foot, it don't matter. He can blast that ball into the back of the net. Get the ball on his back if you play him as a false 9. And if your opponent is aggressive defender, he has press proven, so he can turn around much faster and get around the defense. Hit the finesse like Messi outside the box, especially if you have precision shooting on, because that will be very accurate. But if you have non-precision and assisted, I haven't used that this year, so I don't know how good that would be, but with precision, it's very effective. Now, if you get in behind, you know what to do. Just shoot that ball, it most likely will go in. Now, with all that being said, which card do I think is better? One is more expensive by a lot. The other one is cheaper. Hurst is cheaper, Havertz is more expensive. Now, with using them both, which card would I put in my starting 11? I would rather have Geoff Hurst, and I think is overall the better striker at number 9 in this game, especially the fact that he's cheaper. But what would I actually classify this card? Can he be in the top tier cards of strikers? For me, because he has tiki-taka, I will classify Hurst, for me, as a wondrous card. There may be moments where I might just drop him a little bit down to mid-risk because he has no incisive, but for the most part, I enjoyed using the card, and he was actually pretty good and dangerous and effective towards my opponent. So what do I classify this Havertz? For me, using this card, I actually have to classify him as Mudu, in between mid and doo-doo. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah.